4th is here.
That's right.
Happy Star Wars Day to everybody, especially you, Austin. I know you love Star Wars.
Woo! Yeah, Star Wars. Got my Grogu shirt.
Yeah. Woo! Welcome, everybody. Get amped. New start time. Noon o'clock for me. 9 o'clock for this guy. Well, sort of. We're a couple minutes after that, but that's okay. Make sure you are liked, subscribed, and you're ringing that notification bell so you don't miss any new uploads.
That's right.
Also, you can take the show on the go. All the links are in the description. I even threw some in the comments today, and I spammed the out of you. But with that being said,
I'd like to say something real quick before we get into Star Wars stuff. Guess what I just got, Tyler?
What did you just get?
I got 2 tickets on May 14th to see Army of the Dead.
Okay.
In theaters.
Okay.
Here in Las Vegas.
Awesome.
Bam.
So who's the second one for?
I don't know.
Imaginary friend?
Basically, yeah. Yeah, Tim's getting lonely, and we haven't been out in a while, so.
Aw, your NSA agent would really enjoy going, by the way.
Right.
So if you're listening, he's got an extra one, but that's awesome. So they're showing in a theater near you, obviously, because you're in Las Vegas. That would make sense. That would make the most sense, honestly, to have it showing in a theater. So what day is that next week?
So that is Friday, May 14th.
So Friday, May 14th, if you're in the Vegas area, it seems like it's going to be, which theater is that?
It is in Henderson, the Cinemark Cinedome in Henderson. But yeah.
Okay, that's awesome, dude. I wish I've been looking around and seeing if there's any theaters near me that are showing Army of the Dead in theaters, but I haven't found.
Did you see? You saw the stuff this morning that they put all the stuff, all the theaters it's in?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. So I'll send you the link. They released more theaters this morning and on the Army of the Dead website and everything.
Okay.
I mean, I literally just found out minutes before the stream and was like, I'm jumping on this before it sells out.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. What's up, Gavin? What is up? Billy, Raging Entertainment, Charlie, myself, Adam, the usuals. Happy Tuesday, man. Happy Tuesday. So Army of the Dead, what's the day that it comes out regularly?
So it comes out on the 21st. So I believe that's a week later.
So it's
a week later on Netflix.
So if you get to see it in theaters, you basically get to see it early. And I think that's pretty cool. So definitely send me the link because I've been trying to figure out if Showcase is going to do it.
Right.
Because if Showcase does it, I'm all about being there for that. I think Army of the Dead's going to be one of those movies that if you do have to watch it on Netflix, it's not going to be bad. It's made for Netflix. But as with every movie, like any Zack Snyder film especially, if you can see it in the theaters, get your ass to the theater because I promise it will not be not a great experience. Zombie tigers, you got hordes of the undead, and then you got action-packed, non-stop, thrilling, beautiful cinematography coming at you left and right. Beautiful colors. Like there's no other movie that you should see in a theater. There really isn't. So if you can get out and see Army of the Dead in the theater, buy a ticket, get your 2 tickets, get your 3 tickets, get your 18 tickets, get them now while supplies last. That's all I can say about that.
Right.
So Bad Batch premiered last night. How was it?
Oh man. Oh boy. That was fun. I loved it. Yeah, Bad Batch premiered last night. They had a good hour, like hour and 5-minute episode. And it was phenomenal, man. It was kind of like it was a banger. It was a banger for sure. Very interesting, a lot of stuff we kind of talked about yesterday ended up getting covered. I did say yesterday perhaps the show might make Rebels more important, and the show literally starts off with a younger version of Kanan Jarrus from Rebels. So yeah, it's definitely, what I love about these shows is it's filling in all the gaps. It's giving us a lot of story that we didn't know we necessarily needed, but it's really good stuff, and I'm super excited for the rest of the season.
Okay. And Gavin says here that his favorite character is Rex from Clone Wars. His favorite moment is the Duel of the Fates and Happy May the 4th. So basically, what I asked everyone to include is your favorite character, your favorite moment, and perhaps your favorite movie. If you do have one from the Star Wars universe, let us know, and we'll kind of bounce off that.
Right.
But he wants to talk about some Spider-Man 3. And God, where's Andrew when you need him, right?
Right.
Andrew Garfield was recently interviewed and asked if he's in it. He couldn't say yes or no. Listen, so with the whole Spider-Man 3 thing, I find it to be not unhealthy, but it's you're not, no, seriously, you're not doing yourself any favors by like getting yourself hyped up to see Toby and Andrew.
Right.
There's a reason I'm saying that too, is because we can't confirm it. No one can confirm that. I know it's all but confirmed, but like Austin was saying the other day, is Marvel has teased things, or Marvel has allowed things to get teased and then had it either written out, just flat out taken out after the fact, or it was never true in the first place. So listen, I think it'd be cool to see Toby and Andrew, and especially in that form. We are getting some villains back from their respected universes. But if it doesn't happen, like people are gonna get themselves so worked up over it.
Yeah,
and we've done that before.
We have, and we've learned I mean, I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
You know, and it was interesting. Obviously, yesterday it was revealed too that Doctor Strange was actually supposed to show up in WandaVision. And so,
right.
You know, at least we can all be like, well, at least we were kind of right to expect it. But
his answer again, is so stupid.
I know. We didn't want it to take away from Wanda.
No, but what he says after that is, we didn't want it to take away from Wanda because
the white guy with powers comes in and
look, here's the white guy with powers, and he takes, like, dude, shut the fuck up. Dude, give me a break.
That was stupid.
Give me a break playing into that PC bullshit.
Hey, but Marvel so far has done well playing off that PC bullshit. We are in the minority for disagreeing.
I don't need that because everyone now was wondering where the hell Doctor Strange was. Right? I was. Because I was like, if something was like this was going down, Strange would know about it and he would be there. And the fact that he wasn't made me ask more questions.
Right.
So your point is invalid. I don't like that. I don't like here's the white guy with powers. Dude, every character in your universe is the white guy with powers. Shut up.
Right.
Idiot. All right, so back to this dude's smoking a J right in his picture. I love it.
I get all the bots on Facebook because I'm very political on there. So I don't know what this is.
Oh, dude, I didn't read the whole thing.
Yeah. I know, I saw that. I was like,
yo, I'm dead. Hold on. Austin, what's good, my baby boy? Told you I would tune in. My legs were literally shaking from the back rub you gave me last week. You were definitely worth the $50. Can't wait to tickle you.
I mean, at least I was worth the $50.
Oh my God. Yo, tell me this.
Dude, you gotta love Facebook.
Even if you gave a backer for $50, I'm not knocking you. But the fact
yes, that is my secret undercover identity.
This isn't a bot, Austin. Stop playing. How would a bot know you have a freckle in your
What? This is interesting. This is just interesting.
Oh man, I needed this morning. I'll tell you this. Wow. I am happy as a clam now. Listen, you must have aggravated someone.
I must have pissed some people off.
You tell me you don't know this Travis person. at all.
No.
It's not even like a joke. Like it's your cousin who's just.
It's not even like a joke. I think it would be funnier if it was a joke, but that's the other thing that I'm kind of curious about is like, who are you? I mean, it says he's here like with the Star Wars Celebration tag.
Yo, that's hilarious.
That's what brought him in.
That's so Travis, you just made my day, bro. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that I got to read that out loud on a show.
And since it's public now, Travis, the price is up for next time. So
yeah, listen, service ain't cheap, friend.
That's right.
Service ain't cheap. But yeah, so Star Wars Celebration, man. By the way, before we get into that, check out these. Check these out. Yeah, a little overpriced for that sweatshirt, but that's okay. We gotta do. I would lose money without it. But Jiving with Jack t-shirts now available. They're pretty reasonably priced. I put them at like $21.99 or something like that. Then we get some other things, Pop Culture Corner themed, Quick Dip, Pop Culture Corner. We got everything. These are just 3 samples. All right. So head over, get your merch, support us, and then we can get Austin to not have to
be working the streets anymore.
Yeah, we won't have to get him. He won't have to tickle. What was it? Tickle his milk dud again. I'm fucking dead, dude. I'm so good. Yeah, Austin won't have to work the street corner anymore, guys. Special shout out to the special. I can't even continue. Special shout out to Caden Reed, Nick DePalma, Billy Robert, that one, Carlos, Adam Silvestri, and Odd for being our 6 originals, 6 patrons. We're trying to get up to 10 guys. So become a patron on the Pop Culture Corner. Travis, become a patron. I'll tickle your milk dud. I'll tickle your milk dud. For free. For free, baby.
Well, for $5 a month, actually.
Yeah, it'd be $5, but that's a hefty percentage off that total price. Here's something quick I wanted to drop in there, guys. Dogecoin skyrocketed today, baby. Ooh. Y'all know that I'm in on Doge. All right? Bought that shit for 7 to 8 cents per coin. Today it hit 60 cents per coin. Tell me this. How are you not getting in on this right now? How are you letting this go by? It's like the GameStop thing. It's got so much social media backing on it right now. Elon Musk about to go on SNL. I'm pretty sure that's why it's skyrocketing.
I just like to point out, this Travis guy loves me, created the Facebook just for me. No posts, no nothing. Can you see that? Oh, there we go. Yeah, no posts, no friends. He's here just for me, guys.
Yeah,
he's here just for me, guys.
But yeah, so Dogecoin. Let me see where it's at right now. I'll give you a nice little update on where that's at. But guys, get Robinhood, man. If you need a link, we can both get some free stocks out of it. And you could so we'll both get a free stock out of it. And then if you invest and buy crypto, then we'll both get entered into a raffle for $1 million. So Doge right now is sitting at 54 cents. Like I said, guys, this is once in a lifetime, dude. It doesn't happen like this often. Dogecoin to the moon. Hashtag. Get that shit going. But I'm swearing a lot today. Oops. But man, it's been a ride. I'm telling you this. I started this a month ago, and I'm up. I can't even tell you how much money I'm up because I don't want to tell that. But my initial investment was almost $2,000. So do the percentage. Just do the percentage. I bought it at 7 cents. It's at 60 cents. Come on, man. This is no joke. This is not my money is literally. I'm not trying to get you to do it either. I'm not. I'm just saying my money's working for me. I don't work for it. It works for me. So let's go. I'm hyped this morning. That's why I had to push this back to 12:30 because I got to sit there and watch it. Because I don't want to lose all my money. But yeah. So today's May the 4th. Austin, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? Like if you had to pick one Star Wars movie, and then let 8 of them drop and you never watched them again.
Whoa.
I would pick Rogue One. Just kidding. That's not in the. I'm not actually including that in the.
No. I think I would have to go. I mean, Empire Strikes Back is just so classic, and for me, it's not only just the story of it too. Like I love filmmaking, and I studied filmmaking in school, and so that you actually study that movie in filmmaking school. They teach you about the little miniatures that they used to create the AT&T battles and all that.
Sure.
So it's not only that, it's also very fascinating to me just how that movie is made and how they did it. But I think a strong number 2, and I think people will be surprised by this, is Revenge
George
of the
is
Sith.
way ahead of his time, man. Too ahead of his time.
Oh yeah, I kind of. I don't know if last night I mentioned it on our kind of recap of the animated series, but one thing I love, right? Yeah, that's why he knows me. It's private.
Hold on, let me bring it back up.
Oh
just,
my!
For anyone who's just tuning in, this is what this guy has claimed that Austin has done.
Yeah.
Yo.
My secret life's been revealed, guys.
Dude, honestly, I wouldn't even care. I wouldn't doubt. I mean, I wouldn't make fun of you or anything.
You wouldn't doubt it now. Okay, I see how it is. All right. Okay.
No.
I'll remember. No, I'm kidding.
It's come out wrong. I wouldn't make.
Listen, Joe Rogan.
No, I know. I wouldn't be mad at you or anything like that. I would be like, that's his hustle, homie. That's good. That's the hustle, man. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to make that money. But yeah, so Revenge of the Sith is a good film. By the way, Gavin, I like your new profile picture. I'm actually gonna finish Invincible today. So I'm excited.
Ooh.
I haven't told anyone where I'm at because I'm trying to avoid all spoilers and stuff. But I'm close to the end, and I might have seen a twist, and that was interesting. That was interesting. But it's a really good show, actually. I'm not really into the animation stuff. I'll be honest. I'm not. And this one has me gripped. So.
Hell yeah. Well, that's probably because this is adult animation. This is made for adults. Sure, I mean, it's kind of cool because they use some cool like nostalgic animation too, and even like you see some of the city settings and cars are like 3D, kind of like the old days, when they couldn't animate that well, so it was like a video game, The City, and it was more focused on the character animation. So I like that. I thought it was cool. And then to add, of course, the adult stuff to it.
And I said this before, the animation it seems like it's a mix between older animation and like high class animation, like high, very, very, very great animation. But they're not straying away from like being almost nostalgic, being like giving you a little like feel at what it used to look like, and they're not shying away from it in a way that I think pays homage to previous animation in a good way, but also the things that they can do now, it allows them to just flat out be better. So I've been really enjoying it. How was the Bad Batch animation? Like, how was the?
So good. I mean, that's the thing is, once it moved to Disney Plus, the animation just stepped up like massively. It's really cinematic at this point, which is really cool. It wasn't that way before in the beginning of the Clone Wars and all that. It wasn't that way before with the animation while the Clone Wars until season 7 when it got like the Disney Plus budget. I kind of been saying that because people are like, "Wow, the animation is so good." I'm like, "Yeah, it's that Disney Plus budget. It's not the Cartoon Network budget."
Right.
So yeah, the animation it's incredible, and I think they even do like some mocap work for it, which obviously adds to the.
Now, forgive me for asking, but if you had to say, is it geared towards children though?
Okay, so I was thinking about this last night. I think that's like the cool thing about these Star Wars shows. It's for every Star Wars fan. From age 9 to 99. If you're a Star Wars fan, you're gonna enjoy this. It's great because there are elements that you can, as an adult, you can definitely tell. Okay, this part is for kids. This is to kind of bring the kids in and to, attract them, and it's totally understandable. But a lot of it was pretty hardcore, pretty gritty themed. The whole episode actually is pretty cool. It takes off exactly where Clone Wars left off. And you see Order 66 from their point of view, and just kind of how they're navigating, obviously, Order 66. And that's a pretty dark story, just kind of in general. So I think they do a really good job of allowing it for little kids to watch and still enjoy it. And maybe there's some things in there they might see that I might not fully understand. Like there's a scene where a body is being carried through, and the lightsaber and the hand just kind of fall out. So a kid may, younger kid may not understand that or get it, and that's fine at the moment. He doesn't need to till later, but I think it's cool because it's for everybody. It's for everyone.
No, that's great. That's great. And that's something that I get worried about with animation is, for us, because if you think about it, the Star Wars audience is now 45 years old, right? The 50 years old. Those people that grew up with it, that enjoyed it when they were younger, like younger kids, they're now 50 something years old. And, I think it's hard for them to go back and watch animated stuff. So you want to have that inclusiveness, not exclusivity to younger age, a younger audience. You want to be able to bring those guys that, were standing in line at theaters and whatever, God knows the year it was.
Yeah.
And you want to be able to, and you want to enjoy it.
Yeah. And I was talking with, I actually was on for a little bit, called in to Matt Jarbo last night because he was doing a watch party and talking about it and stuff.
Called into Boulder?
I did. $3 theater. Yeah.
It's $3 theater. Okay.
$3 theater. Yeah. And so, and yeah, that's kind of what you were saying. Yeah. He saw Phantom Menace in theaters, and he's still watching, he watched all the Clone Wars, he watched Rebel, and he enjoyed it. He's like, I'm almost 40 years old and I still love this stuff,
Yeah. Yeah, no, and that's the thing is, if you're a true Star Wars fan, I feel like it's timeless. No matter what movie it is, no matter what animated series it is, it's all timeless to you because it's in that universe. You're very passionate about that stuff. I'm a fair weather. I'll be the first one to admit I'm such a fair weather Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
I'll be the first one to admit it. I know the basics, and I know that's I'm attempting to learn more.
Right.
But I have a lot of stuff that I'm interested in, right? So and Star Wars isn't the main focus. So I mean, I know I could get by.
Right.
But that's why you're here.
Yeah. Because you said you didn't see Star Wars until like much later in life, right?
Not till 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Yeah. See, I had seen it before that, but I was young and I didn't care. I thought it was stupid. And then I went the rest of my life, or up until 5-6 years ago, thinking this is trash.
That's how I felt about Lord of the Rings until last year.
Yeah, so you watch it with a new perspective, and with like an adult eye.
Well, and kind of like you said, for me, it wasn't necessarily that. It was just like everybody loves and adores Lord of the Rings, and I'd never gotten around to watching them because they're obviously 3.5-hour movies. Right. And so I was like,
that excites me.
For the longest time, I was just, I'm never going to watch these and I'm never going to like them. And then obviously the pandemic happened and I had nothing to do. And so I bought the 4K versions and now they're like one of my favorite trilogies ever. But that's another thing. But I agree. I was kind of like you in that I hated Lord of the Rings because everybody loved it,
Yeah. And, I like I said, I'm always the first to admit that I trashed it without knowing too much about it. And the reason I hated Star Wars was because you just said it, because it was universally loved. It repulsed me, and yeah, but I apologize for that. That thinking is that's like how Justice thinks about the DCEU on a smaller scale, because a lot of people do hate it. But that he'll give you reasons that make zero sense.
Right.
Superman doesn't smile. It's like, well, dude, what are you talking about? That's why you don't like the whole DCEU. It's because Superman doesn't smile. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Didn't he smile in Man of Steel when he's like, it means hope.
And he smiles when he's doing first flight. I every argument that Justice has ever used against the DCEU, I've been able to take and pick apart.
You can do like
Just-
me, yeah, in the Last
just
Jedi, yeah.
doesn't know what he's talking about, and whatever. So
Right.
it is what it is. But so tell me, so you enjoyed the show. What would you score it out of 10?
Oh, like 9.5.
Woo!
For sure. It wasn't a 10 out of 10. There's a bit of a drag. Small, I mean, because it is an hour and 10 minutes. And there was a little bit where I was like, okay, we can move along here. Other than that, I think it was phenomenal. The mall stuff. Mortis Arc of Clone Wars really expands the. Yep. Okay, yeah, Gavin, this is all stuff we actually talked about yesterday on yesterday's when we covered the animated universe. I talked about the Mortis Arc. It's the father. It's basically Star Wars' introduction of the Trinity religion, and it's like you have the father, you have the son, you have the daughter. The father representing balance of the Force, son representing the dark side, daughter light side, and it's this whole thing where Anakin basically rejects his prophecy as the chosen one. You get to really understand like how he became Darth Vader. He has a literal vision of Padme, his fight with Obi-Wan, Sidious. So it just adds a lot, like Gavin said, to the mythology and to the lore of it.
Right. Yeah. And I think for people, I let me ask you a question. Actually, when Disney first bought Star Wars, or when Disney first purchased Lucasfilm, there was a sense that Star Wars was going to get ruined, like Disneyfied almost. And how do you think they've done up to thus far with the franchise, the property as a whole? Not just the sequel trilogies.
It's very weird. It's kind of like it's a little bit like Warner Brothers, not exactly at all, but a little bit in that you have the Disney Plus version that's very stuff which is very, very successful. DC has their animated stuff that's super good, super successful.
Yes.
Their movies tend to lack and tend not to be as well received. So and this is another interesting. Disney knows that they're well aware that the sequel trilogy is not liked among fans, but they're in a position now of we can't really do anything about it. So it's pretty obvious that Disney Plus, they're focused on Disney Plus, filling in all the gaps, answering all the questions, and solidifying the Skywalker saga so that it is this basically complete. I don't even know what you would call it, like complete mythology, basically.
Right. Yeah.
But definitely, you see two very different sides. Kathleen Kennedy is very business, and that's who she is. Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are Kevin Feige. They're fanboys. And I think there is a little bit of probably an internal war between the three of them.
Like
it seems that obviously obviously the fans aren't crazy about Kathleen Kennedy. I think even on the investor call, somebody asked Disney CEO if they would replace Kathleen Kennedy with Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. So I think she's got some work to do to regain her reputation for sure.
Hold on, not to change gears here, but that's weird. So remember this comment from earlier? Not. I'm not going to do that to you again. Where is it? This one.
Yes.
It's not that. So it wasn't as easy as he couldn't say yes or no. Dude, he flat out denies it.
Yeah, of course. What do you think he's going to do? All right, there's two very different. There's two sides to this, I think.
Hold on. Let me read it.
Go ahead and read it. Yeah.
Andrew, so this is an article. Okay.
Right.
Andrew Garfield shuts down rumors that he'll appear in Spider-Man No Way Home as Peter Parker with a very long denial. Marvel Studios and Sony reboot. I'm going to read the whole thing, so get ready. Sony rebooted Spider-Man several years ago to incorporate the character into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Tom Holland's Spider-Man has become a very popular interpretation of the character. Holland has played Spider-Man in 5 MCU movies so far, and his next appearance will come as the lead of Spider-Man No Way Home. It goes on to say something about the details. Okay, with the multiverse expected to factor into Spider-Man No Way Home, there are countless rumors about who could appear. Past Spider-Man villains like Alfred Molina's Doc Ock and Jamie Foxx's Electro are set to appear. Reports even point to Daredevil star Charlie Cox playing Matt Murdock. The biggest rumors swirling around Spider-Man is that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield will appear as their former versions of Spider-Man. Those involved with the film, including Holland, have continued to deny these rumors are accurate. Now, Garfield has emphatically done I've never seen that word in my life. Empathetically? I don't know if that's a real word. Is that a word? Is that a word? Emphathet. It's spelled like this.
I'm pretty sure it's a real word.
Emphatically.
Yeah, Emphatically.
Oh, interesting. Okay, during a recent interview with Josh Horowitz for his Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, which I love, I really would love to be them. I want to be them in the future. Happy, Sad, Confused podcast. Andrew Garfield was asked about the validity of Spider-Man No Way Home cameo rumors. Garfield immediately jumps in to say that the speculation has gotten out of control and that he isn't in the movie and hasn't been called about making an appearance. His advice to fans is for them to chill and temper their expectations. Like I just said, not even 20 minutes ago. Hold on. This is coming from Andrew Garfield. Ready? And this is directed right to you, Andrew Caselli. Chill and temper your expectations for him to play the Amazing Spider-Man's version of the web slinger again in Spider-Man No Way Home. Hold on. Need I say it again? Chill and temper your expectations. Dude, I don't think that either of them are going to be in it.
Look, I personally, my expectations are that they're not. That's my expectation. There's a lot of stuff, though, that points towards that they are. I'm not putting myself in a WandaVision position where, because I'll be honest for you, not seeing Doctor Strange kind of ruined WandaVision for me. I was like, okay, I don't care about this show anymore. Even though I know she became the Scarlet Witch and all that, like that was great. Yeah. So, I think, like somebody said, you really think the guy, Josh Horowitz, oh man, hey, I heard some rumors about this, but yeah, you really think Andrew's going to be like, oh yeah, man, was there for 2 days, shot, pull like an Alfred Molina? Are you kidding me? And this guy is a phenomenal actor. He literally just did a movie where he plays a YouTube personality that is like his like people are talking about his performance that it's like all in crazy good. So he's amazing, and there's a little hint of that in that interview. Watch it,
but if he's not, if he was in the movie, he wouldn't say to chill and temper your expectations. You say
why not?
He would say I can't speak on it.
No, he wouldn't. Not necessarily.
Wouldn't go as far to make you like. He would look you in your eye and say, "Chill, dude. Temper your expectations." Like those are words coming from someone who really isn't in the film. Like he's telling you, don't get your hopes up.
Well, of course not, because like you said, it's all but confirmed.
I've seen people, or seen it happen before, where like what's her name? The girl who's playing God damn it. Who is it? She's in one of the Disney Plus shows now. And she was basically all but confirmed to be playing this character, right? She's like, I can't say. I don't know. I don't know if I'm in the movie. She wasn't like, chill, temper your expectations. She's like, I don't know. I can't speak on it. I have no idea if I'm cast. Turns out she was, yes. Most of the time.
Well, no, okay. I think I might know who you're talking. Tatiana Maslany.
Yeah.
She came out and said straight up, I've not been cast. I'm not She-Hulk.
Yeah,
and she'd already been cast.
Yeah.
So this wasn't like a little like I can't speak on it. No, she said no. period. And Marvel actors have done that before.
I'm saying what he's saying to people is not like it's not going to get them excited to see it. Like he's basically saying,
no, but look how much more people are going to be excited when he shows up. Not saying that he is, but if he is, now people are going to be like, "Oh my God, he lied to us." Yeah.
I'll put 500 down that he's not in it.
I don't know, and I'm not willing to bet any money because I don't know.
If anyone wants that bet, I'll put it right now. 500 down says he's not in it.
Okay, first of all, I would say no, but Jamie Foxx and Andrew, but no, they did not. Jamie Foxx and Alfred never confirmed that Andrew and Toby are in the movie. Here's what we know we know Andrew's stunt double has been seen on set, was on set of the movie.
Jamie Foxx and Alfred Molina both confirmed
no, they did not.
Themselves are in it, or that
they confirmed they are in it, but not Andrew and Toby.
Well, I'm asking Gavin what he's saying. Is he saying they're in reference to Jamie Foxx and Alfred Molina, talking about themselves, or talking about Toby and Andrew?
Right.
Because like I said, I'm putting money down that maybe Toby's in it for 25 seconds, right? As like you actually made a joke the other day. It was like, "Oh, I'm in the wrong universe," and then he goes back.
Right.
Something like that.
Right.
Something like that.
That would be that would be the wrong move for Marvel to make.
And then keep it moving, right?
Yeah, that would.
But
that would be the wrong.
To say that they're going to have an integral part in the film is asinine. Because
I don't know about that either. But again, we know some things. We already know Toby's actor that does the other languages of his films. Already been hired for No Way Home. He's already doing stuff for No Way Home. So we know a few things. It's kind of it's kind of like the Doctor Strange thing. Everybody knew it was, there was stuff weeks before that. It was like Doctor Strange is going to be on set last week of WandaVision. People, obviously it never happened, but I don't know. I'm not willing to bet money because I still don't know, but I highly doubt. Marvel knows they're watching. Andrew even said, right, I have a Twitter. I see how much Spider-Man is trending and all this. So Marvel knows, how much is known, how basically that it's confirmed but not confirmed by them. They're not going to come out and confirm it. And now they're going to go into super mode and deny it. Tom Holland has also been like, yeah, they haven't told me and I shot the whole movie. Blah, blah, they're all going extra in on emphasizing, the fact that he's not in it, that they're not in it. And I think that's a little strange as well. So, I mean, again, Disney did the same thing with Star Wars last year. Everybody knew Rosario Dawson was playing Ahsoka and that she was going to show up in The Mandalorian. They did not confirm it until the week of, but everybody knew,
Well, I don't know. It doesn't sound like comments from someone who's like trying to like deny it, but like not look like an idiot afterwards. To say chill and temper your expectations
I think that's great.
Doesn't sound like, hey, I'm not in it. I'm not in it. I'm not in it.
I think that's phenomenal because now
I'm not in it.
Now he has got everybody's expectation. Now he has got everybody. Oh man, blah 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 blah. And if he's right, people's expectations have been tempered.
I guess you could see it.
But if he's lying, that movie's gonna go through the freaking roof. Like.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Well, Andrew is an actor, and people don't realize a incredibly good one at that. Yeah. Incredibly good.
I don't know. I don't really even care. I don't care if either of them are in it or not. I don't care. If they aren't in it, and I get a good story out of the movie, I'm happy.
Right. I'll be happy. I agree. I mean, I think definitely the Marvel take on Spider-Man is the weakest take on Spider-Man that's been put on screen, in my opinion. Homecoming was just terrible, and thankfully Far From Home was a massive upgrade. But again, we're in this phase now of Marvel where like so much has happened after Endgame. Audiences are like expecting this massive, bigger universe. So Marvel knows that, and they saw the success of Spider-Verse. I mean, I'm not expecting it, but I also wouldn't be surprised or shocked, if they show up for a few seconds. I'd be like, hey, saw that coming, but dope,
All right, yeah. Does anyone want that bet? I'll put it out one last time. Right now, proof of funds.
Proof of funds.
$500.
He'll pay you in crypto, guys.
That Andrew Garfield is not in Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm against it. You can be for it. $500 last going once. I'll give you to the end of the show to confirm. To ask your mom for money or whatever.
You really want that bet, huh?
I do.
I mean, like I said, man, I'm not willing. I'm not willing to bet on anything Marvel. They're just they are the one entity that I can't.
Yeah.
They can do whatever they want, and I can't predict it.
But yeah, so we will get back into it. But really quick, we got to do it.
Oh, is it that time? Is it that time, Tyler?
Yes, it's got time where we got to make the moonai. We got to make the money. We are brought to you today by Kai CBD, a Las Vegas-based health and wellness brand that crafts a full-spectrum CBD hemp-derived product line. Made with 100% love, the brand was created by a 20-year licensed massage therapist for her husband who suffers from chronic pain. Healing is what Kai lives for. Head over to their Facebook or Instagram and mention Pop Culture Corner to receive 10% off your order of all or any of their CBD-derived product line. Guys, their website is in the works. Head over to their Facebook or Instagram. The links are in the description below. Mention Pop Culture Corner and get 10% off. This ad is an easy one for me. Easy, as I use the products myself. They are wonderful. So head over, mention Pop Culture Corner, and get 10% off your order of all orders forever. We are brought to you today by Bonk's Bar in Philadelphia. Bonk specializes in seafood and good times. If you're in the Philly area, make sure to stop by, and on Tuesdays, our resident producer Jack hosts trivia at the bar. Mention Pop Culture Corner to Jack and receive your first drink on the house. For more information about the menu or specials, visit the website for Bonks or their social media pages. All of the links are in the description below. This was an easy one, guys. Head out, support your local service industry. Go to Bonks, grab some seafood, some beer and wine, play some trivia, and have a good time. We are brought to you today by Showcase Cinemas Deluxe. Right now, Mortal Kombat is in theaters, and we were live from inside the theater for all-day coverage of the film on April 23rd. Make sure to get out and support your local theaters now. See these larger-than-life movies the way they were intended, on the largest screen possible. Showcase offers X+, which is their large premium format theater. Not only do you see and hear the film, but you become a part of it as well. Find out where your local Showcase Cinemas is by heading to their website, www.showcasecinemas.com. Again, that's www.showcasecinemas.com, or by clicking the link in the description below. Remember, be Showcase safe. Showcase has implemented several protocols to ensure that your focus remains on the film, not on the pandemic, including new ventilation systems in each theater to ensure proper airflow, sanitizer on every wall, and so much more. Enjoy the movie the way it was meant to be, with a night out to the theater. All right. Yeah, who's the idiot reading those? Is it me?
Ooh,
I think it was me.
I think that's you.
That's you. That's me. We're also brought to you today by, what's it called? Smooth My Balls. Use code POP to get 15% off. Try their their thing 3.0. I'm still getting this
lawnmower.
Yeah, no. It's like something else. But I'm still getting this one together. I don't know exactly everything that I'm supposed to say, so just bear with me on this one. But yeah, get that one. Get that. Get it. 15% off.
Get it.
Use code POP. But yeah, so back to it, man. What was I saying? Was I saying before this? Oh, Star Wars Celebration. So what's going on tonight? I know you.
Oh, right. So tonight we'll be talking the Bad Batch review. Obviously, we'll get into like some spoilers and stuff. Give everybody the day to watch it. So we'll kind of cover that. We'll kind of give some theories and predictions as to where it's going and kind of what's going on with that opening sequence. And then we'll probably also talk a little bit about about the prequels, about Luke. We kind of covered it yesterday a little bit, but I wanted today. And you mentioned it a little bit earlier too, right? That a lot of people don't credit that, even though a lot of people don't like the prequel trilogy. There's still George Lucas still made some technological achievements, and that's what I have a lot of respect for him as a director. Those original Star Wars movies like literally changed the way filmmaking, was done.
Yeah.
And George, when he came back for this prequel trilogy, basically told himself the same thing. If we're going to do this, I want to invent new way. I want to change cinema. I mean, and so I think I have a lot of respect that, no matter what the story was or anything, as a filmmaker, he challenged himself and wanted to, because I know there's a lot of complaints too about CGI and all that, but if it wasn't for him, I highly doubt we would have gotten all that CGI and like things like Endgame and Justice League and all that. Like, this guy pioneered all of that stuff to start happening for sure. Unlike Steven Spielberg, who got lazy and gave up in 2000 and then just stopped pioneering anything. But anyways, that's another topic.
Okay. I definitely pioneered the way for the way that we experience films now. Some people don't like it, that they think the CGI is too heavy nowadays. Practical will always look better if you can do practical like very well. Like if you got talented artists, like makeup artists, and you could do practical, like practical is always going to look better than CGI as at the time being. Like as of right now when I'm saying this,
unless you're James Cameron.
Yeah, James Cameron does pretty, but it's still like you can tell it's CGI. Like you can
kind of, but he's one of those that like he started with heavy. I mean, Aliens is heavy practical. I mean, to the point that I love the history of Aliens because there were so many things that James wanted to do, and that the crew told him, "Oh, we can't build this or we can't do this," so he just fired them and did it himself, which is a little much. But I love that kind of attitude. He was like, "I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna figure out a way to make it happen." So, and then obviously now he switched to Avatar, where everything's CGI, whole thing, like
literally the whole movie is CGI'd.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Gavin asks, what is your most anticipated Star Wars Disney Plus show? Kenobi is gonna be good.
I think Kenobi
coming back.
Kenobi for sure. And I think a big one, because I don't think a lot of people know about it, and from what I've heard, it's what I would want to see the Star Wars universe explore, is this Star Wars Acolyte, which was announced last year.
Is it going to be live action? I'm so confused.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I think it is, because they didn't mention specifically that it's an animated show. Like Revisions, they mentioned that's going to be anime.
Yeah.
But apparently this is supposed to explore like the origins of the dark side, and like go to parts of the galaxy we haven't seen before, we haven't been before, and really kind of deep dive into the dark side, where it came from, where it's where it's more popular, because we haven't seen that in the Star Wars universe, and I think that's a really, really cool and interesting
we kind of
story.
Right into it.
Yeah.
Just jumped right into the middle of the action here. That would be kind of cool, actually. I didn't even think about that.
Yep.
I'm pretty excited for Andor.
That as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I was a huge fan of his in Rogue One. And seeing as I don't know if it'll be a one and done or if it's going to take place at a time where we could get multiple seasons before the events of Rogue One happen.
Right.
I'm not sure about that. I would assume so, that they, could milk it for all it's worth and, do that kind of deal. But I am excited for Andor. I think the idea of it's kind of going to be cool. It's more of like, I feel like it's going to be maybe what Solo wanted to be and couldn't be because
possibly
people weren't taking it seriously.
I think Solo actually did a pretty good job
I
of
did
what it
too.
wanted to
I
be.
enjoyed the
And
cyberpunk.
which was that like action adventure, very much Indiana Jones type Harrison Ford movie.
Right.
I thought it was very much exactly that. I think Andor is where we could do like
The
some really
spy
cool spy
thriller.
stuff. Yeah, that we
Yeah.
haven't seen in Star Wars. That's what I'm looking forward to. Tony Gilroy is the showrunner, and he's a phenomenal writer. I love all of his stuff. He did Nightcrawler and Roman J. Israel and a few others.
Yeah. I like
So
Nightcrawler a
yeah,
lot,
yeah.
actually.
And he also was like I believe he did the first Jason Bourne, or Bourne Supremacy, I think. So he's a very, very talented writer. He was also a writer on Rogue One. So I look forward to that show a lot. Diego Luna is one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, man, he's so good. He's so good.
Gavin said,
People get so surprised. People that because he was in Narcos, and the whatever the second Narcos was, I think it was like Narcos,
yeah,
Mexico,
Narcos Mexico. Yeah.
and people were blown away by the dude, by his acting abilities, blown away, and that's kind of what's put him into this light. And then he got picked up by Rogue One, and then his career has just been soaring since then. But he is phenomenal. He is a phenomenal actor, and I'm excited to see him take something and lead it for hopefully multiple seasons, and allow us to be invested into the character, and grow attached to him. Because I feel like that funny parody that came into play with Rogue One is like a lot of people's like, oh, everybody dies, right? Like everyone else, at least it was a joke between my friends and I. Like when we wouldn't want to spoil a movie for someone, we would just say, "Oh, everybody dies."
Yeah.
And then with Rogue One, it was literally true.
Everybody dies. Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
dies. So it became this funny thing. But like I was like, "Damn, dude, there's a bunch of characters in that movie that I liked."
Yeah, and there's an argument too. I've had some friends that are big Star Wars fans that are like, "Oh, in the grand scheme of things, that movie doesn't matter." And all that. But I think it's closer to the original trilogy than any of the new stuff that's been done for sure. And it's probably my favorite of any of the new stuff that's been done, besides Last Jedi. I love Last
Jedi. What color would your lightsaber be?
Let's see. I think I would do I love Ahsoka's no color. Color.
Just the crystal color.
Kind of crystal color, yeah. Like a gray Jedi, even though it's not canon. But
I enjoyed the dark saber a lot.
Yeah, it's all right.
I like the dark saber a lot. I think it's very sleek.
Right.
Whereas the classic, like blue or red, or green, is green original? Green's original.
Right, green's original. Yeah, green,
blue,
red. Yeah. The light side uses blue, green, gold, purple.
Gold?
Or not gold, yellow. I guess it would be yellow. Kind of like Ray's hilt. That's been used before. But I'm trying to think. There's literally like a light blue and a dark blue, and they vary all the colors and stuff. There's a light green and a dark green.
How do you get to choose your color? Like how does that happen?
So you go to
Isn't the kyber crystal
right? There's a kyber crystal. I don't know. I gotta look into the history of that. I can't remember if it's like the color chooses you.
Spotlight feature. We used to do this thing called Spotlight, and we would break down something and teach you something.
Yeah. I can't remember if it's the color chooses the Jedi.
I want to learn more about this.
Right. Or I know the Jedi have to go to a certain place. It's like a tradition. You go to the certain place where all the crystals are, and you know what? I think the crystal chooses the Jedi. It calls out to you, and they have to match, and that's what it is.
But Rey never went to that place.
Well, it never showed Rey, and also I think Rey inherited her lightsabers, and it never showed Rey. Her thing was she combined the colors of
Luke and Leia?
And Leia's. That's why she got the gold. That was her. That's how she got her thing. And they kind of the new trilogy. The new trilogy goes off that traditional storyline that you go and get your crystal saber. That was stuff that was kind of put in the Clone Wars. Okay. Like Ahsoka does that. That's part of her training to go and get the color of her lightsaber, get the crystal. But the new trilogy, now that I think about it, they kind of go off of that, because Rey kind of inherits her lightsaber, then combines them, and then Kylo Ren.
I don't think we ever see him get his anything.
We never see him get his, but they said the backstory was something like, he also combined like 2 crystals and stuff, and turned it red, and then it like deformed, and that's why it's like got the flares and it's all defected and stuff. It's kind of stupid in my opinion.
But that is also okay if you think about it from a sword fighting perspective, right?
The crystal chooses the color in response to the Jedi. Yep. All right. So I knew.
Well, what if you're not a Jedi?
I don't think you can get one if you're not a Jedi.
Well, clearly they have them. They have
But they're
lightsabers.
Non-Jedis?
Yeah, like Kylo Ren is not a Jedi technically, right?
He's a Sith, though, and he was trained as a Jedi.
Yeah, I know, but okay, so where do the Siths get their lightsabers?
The Siths corrupt their crystals. Their crystals are corrupted by the dark side. They corrupt them themselves. And that's
okay. So
it's the same Jedi crystal that they got. They're just corrupted by the dark side.
Okay, so each Sith was always, I mean, started off a Jedi?
No, not necessarily. Like you do see like Count Dooku. Oh no, Count Dooku wasn't. Ventress was never a Jedi. There's a few apprentices that were never Jedi. Ventress was never a Jedi.
Okay, but you see where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna need some teachings on this one. So we'll get that worked in for you.
Yeah.
Because I would really, it's interesting to me. Like, so if I decide that but I know that I'm in touch with the Force, right? And I'm not a Jedi yet, or whatever. I just know that there's something about me, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck those Jedi guys. I want to be a Sith, and then I go and I train as a Sith, but I'm still in touch with the Force, right?
Yeah.
Where do I get my lightsaber?
There's another
no one's
that
gonna
one I
allow
don't
me
remember.
in that.
Right.
No one's
right.
gonna allow me in that place, right?
There is a source and a story, and I just cannot remember that one right now. How the Sith get their lightsabers. Let me actually see.
Where's Homeboy? Tuscan production. He knows, I bet. If anyone knows where the Sith get their lightsabers, if they didn't start off as Jedis, I would.
Okay, so Sith lightsabers are made from kyber crystals stolen from Jedi. So even if they're not Jedi to start, they kill a Jedi and get their lightsaber. They're stolen. The crystals are then tortured, quote unquote, and corrupted to the point they glow red, which reflect the Sith's rage.
Oh, so as a Sith, you always get red.
You always get red.
No matter what.
You're red.
Always red.
Well, yeah, Sith is, they want you to embrace your anger, embrace your rage, embrace.
There's never been a Sith without red. Is there? Because I can't think of one.
That's a good question. That is a really good question.
Has there ever been a Sith?
If there has, I don't know, but that would be cool if there has. Has there ever?
Darth Maul had the dual lightsabers, right?
He had the dual, but it was red.
They were red. Vader's obviously was red. Kylo Ren was red. Did Palpatine have a red one? Did Palpatine have a lightsaber? Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah. That dude went off on Yoda with it. The only notable Sith usage of a non-red lightsaber. Okay, so the only notable one is Anakin before obviously he had the blue lightsaber as a Jedi.
Yeah.
And like technically when he fights and becomes a Sith and fights Obi-Wan in that scene, his lightsaber is still blue.
Right. Because he never tortured the crystal or whatever.
He hadn't yet. He hadn't yet. Yeah, he hadn't yet.
But at the time when he was fighting with the blue lightsaber, the lightsaber is thinking in its head, right? It's crazy Kyber head that this dude's a Jedi, not a Sith yet,
right?
Or not a Sith at all. And it's not until he does whatever he does later on to the crystal inside that it changes. Mm-hmm. Okay. See, now we're getting somewhere. So it says it should be noted that since Anakin had been given the title of Darth Vader immediately after the assassination attempt on Palpatine, he's counted as a Sith.
So I would agree with that. No, to make a crystal red, you make it bleed by hurting the crystal. But when Kylo was corrupting his crystal, he went full strength and cracked it, and that's why there's a flare. That's correct. Exar Kun never had red.
I don't know.
I'll look up who that is. But he says no, to make a crystal red, you make it bleed by hurting the crystal. Right, but in order to get the crystal, it's like Tyler said, they can't go to the place that the Jedi go and get their crystals. Right. So it's like you look at the General Grievous. He literally collected the lightsabers of the Jedi that he murdered. He had the 4, and then he had like a whole collection. So that probably would have helped, So he's like, hey, give me 2 of those for the new apprentice,
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
But the things that Kylo Ren has, right? The guards there, but yeah. So
the Knights of Ren.
How they whenever it's broken, you went full strength, and that's why there's like the bottom flares.
Right.
Those are that's like a sword fighting thing. They have those, right, to protect your hands.
Right.
And yeah, even though like he got it by doing something stupid or whatever, full strength, I don't know. Those flares are those things that protect his hands. Those are really good to have. So
yeah. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm with Ian McGregor on that. I think it's kind of stupid. It's just, first of all, you don't need a hilt for a lightsaber. Second of all, yeah, I'm not crazy about the flares. I think it's kind of stupid. It's very J.J. Abrams.
Okay. Yeah.
It's very
He's
the
JJ. Only one who ever had that?
He's the only one.
That had the coming out the side?
Yeah. He's the only one.
Oh, I thought they got that from somewhere.
He's the only one.
Oh.
So it's weird. Gavin says Exar Kun never had red, but I'm looking up. It says his blade color was blood red.
Interesting. So.
Oh, I get actually blood red, but there's some pictures that show him having blue too. So that's weird. So I guess blue's another would be another, I guess, color that can be used as a Sith. But there's literally only 2 instances of that happening. Anakin
and this homeboy Exar Kun.
Right, Exar Kun.
Exar
Kun. Is that the guy?
Yeah, don't ask me who that is. I have no idea. But here's something while you're doing whatever you're doing. I'd like to know what you guys think, because Marvel released that the little sizzle reel yesterday, and the only film that we haven't seen from Phase 4, at least a little bit of, is, well, actually, no. So, well, okay. What I'm saying is we haven't seen anything from Spider-Man. Like, we haven't seen a trailer. So when do you guys think the trailer is going to drop? Because it's the only. There's reason to believe that the first full trailer for the Sony film will be released soon.
No, absolutely not. There's no way.
What do you mean? What do you mean? There's no
way? Why in the heck would Marvel release the Spider-Man trailer before Eternals? Eternals comes out first. That literally would make absolutely no sense.
So Spider-Man No Way Home is set to serve as the 27th, I believe, installment. Yeah, 27th. 27th installment in the MCU, and the fourth movie in Phase 4. We've gotten images from.
We haven't gotten a movie in Phase 4 yet.
Yeah, we've gotten footage from each of the other 3, Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and Eternals now. So why would it be stupid to drop a teaser?
We barely got footage for Eternals.
Yeah, I know.
Literally yesterday.
but I would say that when the Eternals, I think the Eternals should be the next one to get a full debut trailer, right?
It has to be. It has to be.
It has to be. But
I don't see why they would put any footage out there before.
Maybe during Shang-Chi or during Black Widow, drop the Spider-Man trailer.
I would think Black Widow, we're gonna get the Eternals trailer. We'll get the full Eternals trailer. Shang-Chi, we'll get a teaser for Spider-Man. That's how I'm thinking of it.
Let me see.
I mean, because I don't see. We haven't got Venom 2 trailer either.
Screw Venom 2. I'm excited for it, but that has nothing to do.
Yeah, it's not really in the and again, I just don't see why Marvel would. I mean, I know they put like a few clips of Eternals out, but I don't see why they would put a teaser of Spider-Man out.
Put a clip out of the Eternals and the cameraman in the background. Clearly that was ready to go.
Well, actually, I read some stuff. At first, I guess he's a Bollywood actor, and he's doing a documentary during like the movie Eternals. So that's why that camera is there on purpose. That is not a mistake.
Yeah, but it still looks pretty bad.
I mean, if you really look for it.
What do you mean? I wasn't looking for it, and I saw a camera come on. I'm like, dude, that doesn't look good.
And I didn't notice it until you pointed out.
Yeah,
I was more focused on the characters.
First thing I saw, because I looked right at Ninjani, and then the camera comes out from the back of him.
And that's the other thing. He's standing next to Kim Jong.
Yeah. I forgot that Ninjani is a Bollywood actor. In that movie, where he's posing as one, but he actually is one because that's what his
he secret
identity is. Yeah. But that would actually make sense, honestly. I just don't think it was maybe I would have edited it out just to not cause confusion.
Right.
Because it did look like, oh, that's not good. Like the Starbucks cup in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Which wasn't actually a Starbucks cup. It was actually
the Starbucks cup. There was the water bottle in Mandalorian. There was
like that happened. Yeah. People got to stop getting so upset about that.
Right.
But
there was a plane flying overhead in Troy.
Was there?
Yeah. There's literally an overhead shot of like looking at Brad, and he's like looking, and there's like a plane just.
No one noticed.
And you're like,
wait.
Isn't this the Odyssey times? Like
you're still riding horse and carriage. How is there a plane?
There's a plane.
That would be a good video to do. Biggest blunders.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Biggest movie blunders. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that today. I don't know.
There we go.
But yeah. So, what is your most anticipated Phase 4 movie?
That's all, folks. No, I'm kidding.
Did you hear what I said at all before your stupid impression?
No.
I said, what's your favorite phase? What's your most anticipated Phase 4 movie? Because this is quite a banger list here.
I'm really excited for the Eternals. I know I'm really, really, really excited. I think that and Thor: Love and Thunder probably.
Okay. Really, Thor?
Oh yeah, Ragnarok was phenomenal.
Yeah, I think Thor is like expected to be good.
Yeah,
right.
Like,
people are like, oh, it's my most anticipated because like they're like, yeah, I know it's gonna be good. I know I'm gonna like it. But like now we get things like the Eternals and Spider-Man and Doctor Strange and those kind of movies where we're gonna get some pretty cool like new factors to the Marvel universe. Like there's going to be new stuff that we've never seen before. Whereas Thor, we're gonna get some cool stuff in it, but I don't think it's testing the limits of the universe. I think it's more of what we know, and that's okay. I don't think Thor needs to do that. But I'm excited for Gore. I really am.
Yeah.
I really am excited for Gore.
Not gonna lie, my main draw for Thor: Love and Thunder, which I'm just excited about general, but the main thing where I'm like, okay, now I have to see it, is Russell Crowe as Zeus. And I want to see Gore the God Butcher kill Zeus.
Yeah, it'd be such a
do a little fight with him and Russell. Oh,
I hope Gore looks good. I hope Gore looks good. And I use some of Christian Bale's features. I hope it's more of a mocap kind of deal.
I think it probably will be, but he did shave his head. He's bald for the character.
That's so you can put like the little mocap like top of your head on.
Right.
Because Gore has like those like gross alien tentacle things on his head.
Yeah.
And Christian Bale is one of those guys who has like big not puffy hair, but his hair is always bigger. Like it's like slicked back a little bit bigger. And that when you have to have that motion capture helmet on, you get sweaty and hot and you feel gross. So I feel like typically people, what they'll do is they shave their head. That way it just fits cleaner on. But yeah, Gore's gonna be really fun to watch. I hope they do him justice. We do have a tendency in the Marvel universe to get villains a little one-offy. But Gore seems like a villain that has depth to it.
I'm actually with Gavin. I wouldn't be surprised if the first couple minutes is Gore and Zeus fights Gore and Juice's fight, and Gore probably kills him. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's kind of cool because if you're gonna
set the tone.
It would.
Perfectly.
It would. And it's kind of like Russell Crowe's he's a huge actor, and for you to have him play Zeus and then be killed off like in the first 10 minutes.
Right. Ooh. And then that it's like then okay, Gore. No.
Gore's serious.
He's the God Butcher. What are you talking about? You ain't know nothing, boy. And that would set the tone for the film because look, this guy killed Zeus.
And I'd argue that Hela was one of the best villains in the MCU.
She was.
since Loki and Killmonger. I mean, she's one of the better tier villains for sure. I was actually like, okay, like this girl, cray cray. Like,
yeah, and she's strong.
And I loved her arc. Odin banishes her. There's this thing of like, no, you used to be me, and you're still me inside. And I love that. I thought they did a really good job of that.
I did. I actually would have utilized her more.
I would have, yeah. I agree.
I would have had more in it.
I wouldn't be surprised if she shows up or comes back because she's not dead. I don't think. Yeah, if you want Love and at the end of Ragnarok, she escapes right before they destroy Asgard. You see her dip out of there.
I think it's left to. Yeah, I mean, so I wouldn't be surprised if she's not dead. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if we never saw her again.
Right.
So I think Hela is a really good character. They did change a lot about her. I think it's like Loki's daughter,
right,
or something like that. It's Loki's descendant, and obviously they didn't go that route. But I think what they did in the MCU was compelling enough to have people like, oh shoot, Odin done used her. And like that gave her motivation like we've never seen before.
Exactly. And also too, Anthony as Odin is phenomenal too, and his kind of like goodbye. I just loved Ragnarok. I really did.
I like Gavin. You think the comics and Gore cuts off Thor's arm. Here's the thing.
Here's the thing about Thor. So,
but here's the thing about this is they've done the eye.
Mm-hmm. They've done Stormbreaker.
The eyeball I'm talking about.
Right.
He loses the eye.
Mm-hmm.
And then in Disney, there's so many people who lose arms. I just don't know.
You have the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's. I don't know. It would be very, very. What's the word I'm looking for? It would be so predictable. And it would be so much like it's like, oh, come on, again, someone's gonna get their arm cut off, get a mechanical one. It's like every Disney movie, someone gets their hand cut off. That's literally the thing. It's a thing.
It is?
Yes, it is. It's a thing.
Which one?
There's so many Disney movies, or not Disney. Maybe it's Disney. Look it up. There's a montage. There's montages of like characters losing their hands. And I feel like this would fall into that category.
Yeah. I think you're right. It would be a little weird.
I think it's every Marvel movie or something. I don't know what it is, but there's something that someone pointed out was like, dude, someone loses a hand in almost every movie.
Wait a minute. Didn't Thor
lost his arm? Yeah,
in Dark World, and they tricked it. Yeah, so they already did that. They're not going to do that.
Yeah, he faked it. It's just so much of it.
Right.
But yeah, guys. So. Here's the thing. There's so much to look forward to in the MCU. There's so much to look forward to in the Star Wars universe. There's so much to look forward to in the future of DC, right? Say what you want about DC. But depending on which angle you're looking at it, there is a lot coming. Not enough, but there's a lot coming. And I don't think that just because the Snyderverse might not be happening right now, we should be discouraged or not excited about what is coming. We should all support Ezra. We should all support James Momoa. And we should all support any of the characters that originated in the Snyder's DCEU. It's not their faults that Warner Brothers is like this. They're just trying to do what they can do. And we should all be supporting them. Right? Maybe not Warner Brothers as a whole, but them. because they're the characters that we liked. So there's a lot to look
and
forward
Zach
to.
as well. We should be
Yeah,
supporting Zach. Yeah.
yeah, of course. I mean, Dead coming.
Yeah.
There's a lot. It's a good time to be a nerd. It's a good time to enjoy this kind of content. It's a good time to be able to talk about it for us, like for us to be the ones to talk about it. It's a good time. There's never a shortage. So be grateful for what you have, and don't dwell on what you don't. We'll in time we'll see where things go. But that's it for the morning show today. We'll be back tomorrow. The new time will be, we're going to try this out. The new time will be 12 o'clock noon Eastern, 9 o'clock Pacific.
Hey.
That way, now there's a logic to it. Noon is good Eastern, really good in Eastern time. People are taking their breaks on lunch, yada, yada. And then 9 a.m. for Pacific. Is good because now everyone's up getting ready for work. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds. Still technically, I mean, it's noon for me, but it's still the morning.
Right.
And it's definitely hardcore morning for the Pacific. And then anywhere over the country between that is the morning. So it's the morning show. I'm excited for Christian Bale's gore.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited for everything that's coming forward. And listen, if Andrew Garfield isn't Spider-Man, whatever, man. We're gonna be happy. I think the story's gonna be good. I think we have so much to look forward to. And last but not least, buy Dogecoin. Buy Dogecoin. Let's get Doge to the moon, baby. Get your Dogecoin. I put out a link on Twitter if you want to sign up under with me. Also, head to the official Pop Culture Corner store. Check out some of the closet stuff. We got Jiving with Jack, TY's TV Corner, because that's what it's called again. We brought back the TV part of it. We're doing supernatural watch parties every Friday for TY's TV Corner. Pop Culture. Oh, God, I almost just choked. Pop Culture Corner themed merch and more. Head over, support the show, or become a patron and support the show. For $5 a month, you get access to exclusive behind-the-scenes content, early access to podcasts, and anything else I can think of, doggy pictures, whatever you want. Pretty much just ask, and I'll try to deliver on it. Guys, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real goddamn fun. Austin, what do you got to say? What's up? What's up?
Yeah, that's Star Wars, and The Last Jedi is perfect. That's all.
Oh, Jesus. All right, guys, we will see you tomorrow. And actually, I think you'll see them. Oh, God, look at this. This popped up again. And I think, the lights went out. I got to pay the bills. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Boy.
I forgot to pay the bills. We need your help. Become a patron or buy some merch so I can put the lights back on. It's so dark. I'm so scared.
Guys, come on. Look at him. He's skinny.
Yeah.
That's not my problem.
I think a real...
It is your problem. It is your goddamn problem, okay? It's your problem. Don't tell me it's not your problem.
But it was weird.
I know. I know. That's my girl right there, right?
Oh, man.
We'll see you next time.
Here